What is up, all you future dental students? So, today I thought we'd do a mock interview for you guys to help you kind of see what the interview will be like. Okay, honestly, it's not going to be that much like what this is, but just kind of help you guys get a feel for the questions that you might get in your dental school interview. These are some that I got and some that friends have gotten and that I've kind of seen. And if you're not familiar with some of my other videos, you may know that I was a part of the interviewing committee for my dental school. So I got to sit on a lot of interviews and see a lot of people's responses. So there's some value here. I'm going to ask a question and then you guys try and take it serious, you know? What would you really say to that question? Like, this might seem kind of dumb, but honestly, you know, it's good practice. You know, it helps you think about what you might say. So, you know, take it seriously. And if you need to, pause the video, give yourself a little bit more time. I leave a little bit of space so you can answer. But yeah, if you need more time, pause the video, you know, and really try and answer. No. But seriously, really take it serious, you know. Please have a seat. So, welcome to your dental school interview. Are you nervous? You should be. All right, so let's get this going. So, tell me about yourself. One of the most common ones you'll probably get is tell me about yourself. Now, this is one of the most basic, common like interview questions I think there ever is. So, I almost guarantee that you will get this one. So if you look online, like what I did before my interview of like, how do you answer this question? Some people try and say, weave this into your strengths, you know, like be selling yourself when you tell you about yourself. And I think a lot of times for a job interview, that's true. But for a dental school interview, I actually think just honestly, just tell them about yourself a little bit. So as being through multiple interviews like all day, it gets kind of boring and you guys end up saying a lot of the same stuff. So it's kind of nice and refreshing when someone is just a little bit different and stands out a little more. And then we feel like we get to know them. So actually just tell you something about yourself, you know, like your family, where you're from. I mean, they probably already know that, but maybe something unique about that, something you like to do, something interesting about you, you know. We don't want to be bored. All right, so why dentistry? Why are you here? So another common one you'll probably get is why dentistry? And for this one, honestly, just be honest. You know, this one, I feel like you'll also get lots of repeat answers. You're like, well, it's a blend of science and art. Or things like that. You're like, I like to work with my hands. I want to help people. I want to make lots of money. You know, whatever. So I could say, whatever, just be honest about it and try and kind of stand out, but don't be like crazy about that. So for me, I pretty much said, you know, like I wanted to do something where I can help people. I like science. I like health. I wanted to do something where I could work with these bad boys. And you know what? I wanted like a nice lifestyle. Like honestly, dentistry is a sweet gig. You know, like 8 to 5 and you're done, you know. I wanted a career where I can make a good income, you know, to provide for a family, and that I'd have time to spend with my kids and stuff. So I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. So I'm like, I told him that, and you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying like something about money or having not to work as much. Like, let's be honest, you know, like that is a big draw of dentistry. All right, so why would you be a good dentist? Let's see. Or what do you have to offer to the dental field? Why would you be a good dentist, basically? So again, just answer honestly, you know, what your strengths are. Like, are you really good with your hands? Are you really smart? Are you a good people person? Are you really friendly? Like, people like you? And that, I think I said something like, I like working with my hands. I feel like I'm pretty good with my hands. I wanted to help people, and like something I wanted to do with my dental practice one day, you know, however much I could afford to do, but try and do free dentistry every so often for people who are in need. And, you know, that's something I said I could offer the dental field because, you know, dentistry is expensive and a lot of times people don't have insurance or don't have enough money to pay for it. So kind of a way to give back. So let's do some scenarios. You find out one of your classmates is cheating. What do you do? All right, you're going to probably get tons of ethical questions like this. Like, your friend is cheating. What do you do? So for this, I would say probably generally be like, hey, like go talk to your friend. You probably don't want to be like the person that's like, and turn him in, get him kicked out of dental school. Probably like, so I'd say probably the best answer would be like, I would, go confront my friend and be like, hey, you need to stop this. Go away, screensaver. Like, hey, cut it out. You need to stop this. Like, we can start studying together if you need help, but no more cheating. And then, like, if it continues, then you turn him in and get him out of there. Another scenario. So you and a classmate are working on projects to turn in. You think that yours is better than your friend's, but you get the grades back, and your friend got a better grade than you. What do you do? So another one, like let's say you're doing like some kind of project, a paper, whatever, and you get a lower grade than your friend, even though you think yours is better, because it probably is. So again, just kind of answer honestly for like all of these. They're wanting to see, that you're a good, kind person, that you work with other people well, that you're not going to cause a problem, that you're not going to annoy the teachers or the faculty or anyone else. So, and they don't want like someone that they have to deal with crap like this a lot, who's going to be going to all the teachers' offices all the time and complaining. You obviously can go talk to the teacher and do it in a nice, kind of more respectful way. Another scenario. So let's say you're working in a dental office. You just got hired on with some other associate. So you guys are partners in this dental office. So one day, your partner is, let's say, in Cabo riding jet skis, and one of his patients comes in, and he's just in a lot of pain. And you open his mouth, and you're like, what the hell? Who did this? This is shoddy work. What do you do? All right, so another like ethical one you might get. So if you're in the dental field, and then your partner, like I said, he's doing some shoddy work. It appears like he's doing some shoddy work to you. What do you do? So probably don't say, I'm going straight to the board and getting him fired, and then I can own the practice myself. So probably not. Probably say something like you would talk to him about it, raise your concern. Actually, first you should say, well, I would treat the patient and get him out of pain and help them. So I almost forgot my own. So definitely focus on the patient first. But then, try and then talk to, your partner and, see what's going on. Something with dentistry is we don't always know the circumstances in which things happen. So that's an important thing to remember. And something that you'll often hear from faculty and stuff at your school, that you probably will hear from faculty, is like, don't be so quick to throw other dentists under the bus because you don't know the conditions, that they were working in. It's kind of like the cheating one too, confront them, talk to them about it, see what's going on, and if it continues, then like maybe go to the board, whatever. Now, why would you want to come to this university? Okay. Well, this would also be probably one you will get a lot of. So make sure you just do your research before, like what sticks out about that school. Do they do a lot of good research? I don't really care about that, but do you get to, like Midwestern's really good at giving you lots of time in the sim clinic to work on your hand skills. And they also have lots of patients because it's in Arizona where a lot of old people retire and come and do dental work. So you get to do a lot of stuff. So that's a big thing about going to school at Midwestern. But yeah, kind of what that school is focused on. Is that school a very service-oriented school? And you're like, I want to do lots of service. So yeah, know your stuff about the school because that'll probably come up. And you can really impress them if you know a lot about the school. They like that. Because like they don't want to waste their time with people that don't really want to come to their school. So if you seem like you really want to come to their school, they're going to be a lot more likely to accept you. So President Trump wants to build a wall between the US and Mexico? Should he? What do you think? Believe it or not, the Trump thing was actually a question one of my friends got, which is kind of crazy. So again, I would say, like, be honest, just be yourself. Obviously try and be like understanding and reasonable about it, and maybe not too strongly. I don't know, try and be fair, I guess, about it. If you're against the wall, it's probably a little bit easier and safer a response. But if you're for the wall, like, go for it. But just do it in like you're a thought out kind way. Maybe more like easier for some people to come into the country. But if we want to build the wall to like help make sure that the right kind of people are coming over and to help prevent, drugs or other things like that, try and just like be fair, like that you've thought about this issue. Like they want fair, smart people that think about things. So our school takes pride in all of the research it does. Do you have any research ideas you would like to do for the dental field? So I noticed your GPA isn't very good, especially you got a C in biology. Biology is important for dentistry, right? You think you're going to be able to do research with a C in biology? So this also happened to my friend. He got asked, like, what kind of research would you want to do? And he had no idea, because you probably don't really think of research at dental schools very much. So that really took him off guard. But I was kind of bummed because he told me that, so then I had like a nice locked and loaded research question for all my interviews, and then I never got asked anything about research. So here, for you guys, my wife works as a medical assistant for like a women's health clinic, so she does lots of HPV stuff. And as you know, HPV can lead to oral cancer, from stuff. But yeah, I was thinking like that's interesting. Like, how does that cause cancer? I don't know. I didn't really have that great of an idea now that I think about it, but that was just something I could say, and it sounded cool. And that's probably all you really need. At least just have an idea. And then they did. So in like kind of the follow-ups after that one were like they kind of tried to frazzle my friend, like being like, oh, you didn't do so good in this class, and like giving him a hard time about it. Now, I never had this in any of my interviews or seen this, but some schools may kind of try and frazzle you a little bit to see, how you work under pressure, see kind of how you handle it if you're going to hold up. Don't take that personal, because again, they're probably just testing you. So that's something to take into consideration. What was the last book you have read? What book have you read? Also, a friend got this one, and I was bummed because I had this one locked and loaded because I was reading How to Win Friends and Influence People at the time. And I was like, boom, perfect for dentistry. But I didn't get that asked that either. But yeah, just be honest, whatever book you're reading. I mean, you should probably maybe start a book just in case you do get that question, so then you have something to say. Even if you're not that very far, just like start a book and then you have that one. So dental school can be very difficult. So tell me, how do you plan on handling that? How do you plan on being organized and being able to keep up with the high demand that is dental school? Tell me about how you organize yourself and your things and you set priorities in your life. And you'll probably get some kind of question about organization. Like, they want to see that you can handle dental school, that you're not going to just fall apart and like fail out. They don't want people to fail out of the program. So they just want to see that you're like on top of things, So answer again honestly, but yeah, try and make yourself seem like you're on top of stuff, that you get things done. And I believe that is all of the questions I have answered. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Did you like that kind of style? Do you want me to do another interview one, come up with more questions? But yeah, hopefully you take this serious and, just practice interviewing. The more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. But yeah, if you want me to do another video like this, let me know in the comments below. Well, any questions for me? Good.